this is going to be an interview of my dad. Okay, these questions are going to be about your life, and feel free to elaborate.
Okay.
Where did you grow up?
Fort Wayne.
Alright, did you play any sports as a child, and if so, which one?
I played football. I played all the sports. I was never the star sport guy. I just could play all of them.
Like, is there any, like, particular one that you really favored?
Hockey.
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 Alright, would you have considered yourself a good student?
No. Not at all.
Alright, if you could go back to high school now, would you?
Now, no, but 10 years ago, yes.
Okay. Who was your first girlfriend, and how old were you?
Wow. I think my first girlfriend, I think her name was Mary Atkins. And I know I was at Haley Elementary School.
Elementary school?
And we went to the roller dome to Bell's ice roller skating, and we held hands and, you know, that kind of stuff.
Wow. Is there anything in your past that you regret?
I probably regret not getting more school education.
Alright. What was the best day of your life?
Best day of my life. Oh, I suppose the day my children were born.
That's a typical answer. Do you have any hopes or dreams for the future?
Just hope to live, I guess. Succeed, you know.
Alright. Do you have any hobbies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Music, the band.
Yeah.
Fishing, hunting. Normal things.
Normal? Do you feel you have accomplished anything great in your life?
Yes. I succeeded in a business that I had to take over. And, I don't know, you succeed, you know. Life's what you get out of it, what you put into it.
What struggles did you have to go through to get to where you were in the business?
Biggest struggle is the death of Dad, your grandfather. Really not knowing the business. Went from being the owner's son to sitting in the owner's desk, and if you don't know anything about business, I knew how to do what I do, but I had no idea about the numbers part of it. So that was the most difficult part of it all.
You also once told me about how your hair would also cause you to lose respect just because of your hair.
Yes, that's because there's too many people even to this day that judge people by their appearance, not who they are. And it took me a long time to finally let my customers realize that it didn't matter what kind of hair I had, I could still do the same job that I wanted to. And, you know, as long as people keep judging a book by its cover, this world's never going to get any better.
Alrighty. What is your first memory?
Gosh. Well, it's my first memory, but the only thing I can remember of being a young child was our bathroom had a bevel around the mirror. About the first half inch had a bevel on it. And I can remember it be just tall enough that I could look into that. And since the bevel was just right, I could see 4 eyes instead of 2 eyes. That's the earliest memory I can remember.
Alright. Have you ever been in the hospital before?
Yes. I was in there when I broke my collarbone. I had surgery there. I was in the hospital when I got bit by the dog in the butt. And when I got bit by the dog in the head. Yeah, when I was a young kid, the hospital knew me by name.
Is your life turning out how you expected?
Sure. I mean, I don't know. Guess what do you expect out of life?
Only 2 guarantees.
That's right. But like I said, you never know what you get out of it, what you put into it.
Alright, if you could live in any place in the world, where would it be?
If I could live any place in the world. I don't know, sun always sounds good, but I don't know.
No particular place?
Not really. I mean, I guess as long as I'm around my friends and family, it's the place I want to live.
Yeah. Who was your first friend, and are you still friends with them now?
My first friend. Kind of a yes and no question. I mean, but none of them I'm friends with now, let's put it that way. My first friend, I couldn't tell you really back then who was the first one, but I'm not, I mean, if I ran into him, yes, we'd still say hi, but
Yeah.
that's about it. There's none of them I'm still friends with now.
Do you have a catchphrase?
Catchphrase, like it's simple as that. It is what it is. Matt Man, is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about it, really.
Yeah, I'd say so. Who are your heroes, and why are they your heroes?
Heroes. Well, your grandfather would have been my biggest hero. I don't know. I suppose there's some singers out there that are my heroes, like Ronnie James Dio and Sebastian Bach and David Trayman. They're my heroes, and I guess what do you consider a hero?
Someone you look up to?
Okay. Well.
Okay. Did you have any role model growing up?
Role models. Well, I'm sure my parents were my role models. My brothers and sisters were. I think you always want to, I don't know, there's always role models, I guess. And at certain times in your life, who are your role models,
Mm-hmm.
When you're younger, maybe it's your parents. When you're older, maybe it's a movie star, or, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or those could be your role models, too.
Are there any quotes you live by?
Any quotes I live by? Yeah, there's a few. Just from being at work, I always tell guys that, there's never enough time to do something right the first time, but there's always enough time to go back and do it again. Your grandfather always told me there's no such word as can't. Can't is not a word. It's things can be done. And I know where he came from when he said that, because we'd have the same thing. People would say, well, it can't be done. Well, it can be done if you put your mind to it. It can be done. So I'd have to say there's no such word as can't. There's always enough time to do it again. Stupid is, stupid does. That's right. You never know what you're going to get.
Alright, last question. If your house flooded and only one item could be saved, what would you choose to keep?
Like in a life or death situation, or just my house flooded and...
Yeah, you just want to have one thing.
I wanted to have one thing. Does it have to be material?
Yeah.
It has to be a material item. One thing. I don't know. I really don't know. Because, I don't know, I think they all could be replaced. Like pictures.
Pictures.
Pictures. Let's say pictures.
All right. Is there anything else that you want the world to know?
I don't think so. Guess I'll let them know when I get to know.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
That's it?
Yep, that's it.
That didn't hurt.